Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to another episode. And don't forget our esports dream. Anyway, we're back with Minseo apparently in her school. Or maybe even club. Anyway.
Oh my gosh! I had no idea some people were going to show up. It must have blobbed to someone.
It went well. Look, even the teacher has a question for him.
Just like one of his fans meets. Back at the studio, Axel fields questions and comments after a performance. Only this time his performance was a talk for our club. I'd be skeptical as following the StarCraft club to continue after this year. Is a club like this relevant to a career in this field? No doubt, I get a concern about students wasting their club time, but there is enough substance to the game and scene to warrant discussions and meetings. Esports has serious growth potential, and that means opportunities for more than just players. If the like-minded have a place to meet, there is a better chance they'll create something cool. If a student is going to spend their time on StarCraft, wouldn't it be better that they do it with classmates in a safe environment? True, those PC cafes are the place for a productive member of society. Better here than there, I suppose. Thank you for your time, Mr. Ryu, and congratulations on the recent win. Oh, my pleasure. That teacher looks at me and then steps away with a satisfied expression. Nice!
You did such a good job! Thank you so much for coming!
You've put work into my club. Only fair I help out with yours.
Aren't you going to get in trouble with your team or the KPGA? It's against the rules, and you have practice right now, I assume.
Right after winning the clutch game against Fierce, I've got leeway. For something like this, I can't stand to ask for permission. But I need to get back to the house. Minseo, if you're free this weekend, want to come backstage at XSL? I've got promos to shoot for the Team League final and thought you'd like to watch.
Yes! Definitely yes! We've got practice Sunday morning, but I'll be over right after.
Great, see you then.
So, what do your parents say?
He rolls the piece of hard candy around her mouth before splintering it with a chomp.
That if I miss one more hug, one class or curfew, they'll move me back home with an external lock on my bedroom door.
Wow.
I thought you knew that most cramps could report if you miss classes. Have you really never skipped up until now?
I don't care. I'm not up for worrying about this anymore.
But what about all the work you've already put in? You're almost there.
Almost done twisting my frame to someone else's mold. Where's it gotten me so far? I look at Hyun Ki or Sung Kwan or Chae Young and know that the story that my life doesn't really start until I'm done with school is a lie.
That doesn't mean you can just quit. I'm so impressed with how you know so much about college and jobs. You can't just give that up without something to replace it with.
Doesn't matter. I'm skipping the practice test.
What? What's gotten into you? You're making a huge mistake!
Why? Jet didn't take her actual SAT.
Because you're throwing away your future!
Exactly. A future that I decided I don't want anymore. No more competing for a score that means nothing to me. I'll be at Golden Zone Fire. Swing by after if you want.
You know! No, I'm not letting you do that!
Move.
I want you're too good at school and Hag want to give up! I showed you StarCraft and you got huge dirty club, so I'll be responsible if you get in trouble.
Okay then, I quit. This was never about StarCraft for me. Games are just another way to pass the time until you die. See you around.
Wow, she's like jumping from one extreme to another extreme. Crazy girl. The house is a boost with early afternoon excitement, mostly for an excellent lunch on behalf of our team house's caretaker. I expect that she'd be like a man, but she's more like a team mom. Some of the younger players don't know how good they've got it here. With post-team league depression over and Fierce's grand final on the horizon, most staff have flexible practice time and something to look forward to. Jet, unfortunately, is not one of those people. Hey Chaeyoung, did you get a chance to study those replays? I'd like to hit some rapid fire practice in Shing's 3 hard variant.
I did. Are you sure that's Shink?
He always speeds his overlord before he sends it cross map. Too bad the habit followed him online. Seung-Hwan, why don't you join us? Let's be sure what I've been working on.
Sure thing. Just a second, we'll finish up. I hate this. I just want to practice on my own. You're a practice partner. That was your decision. Was it? Jet shreds the remaining half of her sandwich with rapid bites. Without clearing her plate, she stands and makes her way to the practice area. Rather than content with this call of our caterer, I clear both of our dishes before folding. Another custom game. What is it this time?
You've got vision of my cursors at all times. Hunt them ruthlessly. I need to practice evasive maneuvers and test my reactions against coverage.
You want ruthless. You got it.
Let's talk about the general principle in the PvZ meta. It took time to figure out, but it's obvious now that cursors are really good in this matchup.
Yeah, when I was a kid, they seemed so expensive and pointless to make. You spend all this time teaching up to Corsairs only to get rolled by Zerglings, since Corsairs can shoot units on the ground.
Maps finally changed to give us an easier early game, and we found out something important when Zerg stopped playing so aggressive all the time. We needed to scout. Pushing out onto my map without a huge army is a death wish against Zerg, but Corsairs fly. The ability to reliably scout, deny Zerg scouts, and harass misplaced overlords changes the information dynamic. It's our burden to stop the Zerg, but we have all the tools to do it. With that in mind, your follow-ups are all about taking advantage of the situation you create with the Corsair.
Chaeyoung exhales sharply, clearly annoyed with how little Fierce is paying attention to his early game. The worst part is that we both know it probably won't matter. I know we're cutting corners, and that makes you vulnerable to an all-in. I could stay ahead of you if I got my Hydras and Lurkers faster.
If my macro was just
a little bit better, I could deal with this how I know I should.
Fierce deftly macros a Corsair away from 2 of Jet's courage. When she overcorrects her pursuit and allows him to escape, Jet knocks her knee against the bottom of the desk. Are we going to risk the match on whether or not I'm cutting corner? I may defend it, even if I am.
No, not against you.
Hey, you got it. Nice.
I only see freely offered compliments like that between players with a skill gap. That's why it does little to help Jet's call. Fierce plays out the match with some exceptional shuttle micro, all without missing a beat back at home. He challenges Jet's multitasking hard, leaving her badly prepared for his eventual attack.
Good, let's go again.
I'm going to get to work on my stuff. Talk to you guys later. Again. One more.
You're making this unfun.
Move then.
Well, give me a chance to answer. Chaeyoung strides to and then takes off from the starting line. I started waiting her out on the give chase on instinct. We blaze past the late night dog walker, but with Jet's lead I can keep her from taking the win.
Are we done now? You can ask for one more too.
I'd rather just get back to the house.
Why? So Fierce can make a grand show of how he beats me some more?
Taiwan has the grand final match in 2 days. Do you seriously think he cares about impressing anyone? You should be honored that he brags with you, especially before final. It's proof that you are a worthy opponent.
Of course you'd say that.
What do you think it is?
We don't all get to be fierce. We put into all working together and care about one another's success, and we start just one when it's mutually beneficial. It's what you and I were in the 2 vs 2. And I don't want to be fierce, I want to be better than him.
Ooh, I like that. You don't have to like the all fierce mentions for you or even Shaktiwal. If you work hard, you'll accomplish what you want no matter what.
We say that and believing it keeps us sane. I wish I could be happier about all this than I am. So I'll say this. Keep pushing ahead. Leave me behind if you can.
Oh, no.
Because I absolutely intend on doing the same to you if I can.
I hate to hear her say that, not because it's unfair or untrue.
No, I don't care about log. Who cares about this bastard? A practice part. Okay, whatever. Before I became a pro gamer, I was simply ignorant about the two challenges that practice partners. Wait, what was that? That jumped there. Whatever, faced. I want you to know that I'm not blind to what you're going through. I got into this because I could. I never stopped to think about what it meant if I failed. I'm the same way, but I can't take comfort doing what's good for everyone else if I don't stay on the podium. That's what I can't stand about Virus or luck. I suffered exactly like you and I, but continue to make use of practice partners anyway. That they grinned up aspiring pro gamers and snored them as poor practice is one thing. It may even be forgivable. But they've convinced everyone that it's a privilege. Hell, they've convinced you. Should they not? What's the alternative? Be a good Samaritan and wait for someone else who's willing to do it to dethrone them. You of all people should know they are doing what it takes. That's your whole thing. Be bereft a clear answer. Jet simply sees, but in her heart she knows she's right. The truth is written on her face. We all idolize the players ahead of us. We dream of what they've accomplished. That means doing things we don't want to sometimes. I've tried my hardest to avoid it. Everything that led me here, from scamming PC Bank kids to smiling nasty KPG airmen, came naturally. But I want this badly enough to go even further. This one? Whatever. When you went through my stuff, what do you see? Nothing. I didn't already know. But it was a shock to be reminded of everything you could be doing instead of StarCraft. If I was anyone else, I'd call you crazy. But we're the same. You want to compete against yourself. You love StarCraft. That almost gives you a reason to be here. But you're missing some important that kicks me at it. This is how I survive. Be honest with me, Sung-Kwan. Why put yourself through this when you have much better alternatives? I've never admitted this directly to anyone. I can barely admit it myself. I'm painfully aware of the advantages I had growing up. No one blame me for them, but it has now stopped the feeling from haunting me. You got in such a good college for... You can't tell me you didn't earn that. I'm a legacy, okay? My parents paid for personal SAT tutors. I wasn't even in the top 10% at my high school. Does that mean I don't deserve it? I don't know. But I don't have to ask that question if I'm pro gaming. My skill at StarCraft is the one thing I've accomplished completely on my own. It's a childish reason that I'm sure to look back on with shame, but esports is mine. I can understand him. AC inside. Have you read the boards? Most of your naysayers seem pretty quiet. For now, but they'll be back again. All it takes is one slip up, one loss. Try to win yourself up compulsively reading what others think of you while it's positive, yeah? I need to. Those posters are too oblivious for me to gain extra power or motivation from proving them wrong. Okay, that was a short talk. Thanks for what you did to me into ICG. I don't know if I ever said that. Hey, you showed it by playing well. Nothing else to it. Really? You have nothing else to say, people? Alright, I don't want to go, but let's do it, whatever. I saw Luke at the press meet a few days back. He seemed... Stop, screw Luke, there's nothing for to gain from thinking about him. He was a good hunk. No, get this through your head, Sangwan, he used you. I don't believe that, but I also don't want to. That's everything I have to say. I'm glad I took the time to put it all out here. There. I don't meet you at the park. I'd be mad if you did.
Wake up! Hey, wake up, I said! What are you doing?
Huh? Sorry, I must have fun asleep playing a game.
Yeah, what game?
StarCraft, of course. Call watches me Santi and then shakes the mouse at my station. The monitor blinks awake and shows a blank login screen. Oh, I must have gotten logged out.
I can check the login record, or you can talk to me.
Do I have to?
No, but you do have to buy some PC time to stay.
Okay. Wait. Show me how to set up an account. Huh? Cole cursed behind his head once I finished recounting what brought me to spend last night in this chair. I understand why you don't want to go home, but you barely fought a day ahead. Not even there if you're sleeping in a busy bug. You and the others helped me realize that I need to make a change. Am I supposed to wait to do something about it? What's unfair about life? Put it in your own words. I shouldn't have to spend every waking hour working to stay afloat. I don't want to jump through endless and arbitrary hoops to compete over scraps. I'm 18 and I've done nothing with my life but study. I have no ability to imagine my future outside of the next class I'm taking or the degree I want to pursue. All of that must be possible to overcome. I know why it wasn't like this in the past. Do you know what we had instead? Poverty, nepotism, fascism, dictatorships. Student activists spent months in jail. You're willing to give up what you've got, but you are ready for the fight to replace it. What injustice do you make right by skipping class? Life doesn't care if you don't jump through a hoop just because you know it is one. So I should just fall back in line? When others have figured out how to play video games for a living? Esports is a dead end for most of those kids. I wouldn't tell it to Sung-Kwan or Chae-Young, but they're walking a hard and foolish path. Why do something like that to yourself? If you stay your course, you will get chance after chance to figure out how to get what you want. Those pro gamers want. Would you have followed the advice you're giving? I didn't. That's why I'm in the position to give it to you now. And I sure as hell dreamed bigger. If I do what you say, you probably won't see me again. I'll stay locked in my room until I take the test or graduate. Even after that, if my parents died, I haven't learned my lesson. That's the only way I know how to help you, I'd wager. And that's the problem. Okay, spend the rest of the day here if you need. Is this how we're helping? Careful! Hey, there you are. Yeah. I got permission from Sir. I got the. What the hell is wrong with me? But in the first place, what the hell is this wrong with the sound in my headphones? I got okay, let's do it like this. If this will. Oh, because there is no sound actually in the game now. Okay. I understand. I got permission from the producer for you to come backstage. No lying necessary. Oh, yay! You had a test today, didn't you? How'd it go?
Yeah, I did. It went alright. Just practice once, but my friend didn't. Never mind, I don't want to bother you with the days. I'm just excited to find a piggy behind the curtain.
You're in luck then. This way. We navigated a twisty hallway beside the normal entrance to the XSL studio to eventually merge backstage. It's a little cramped by the stage entrance, but the entire backstage is pretty big. We pass lots of stuff on the way back, one of whom comes to greet us. Oh, it's back, it's back. Okay, if I do it like this, try putting this over here. I have the sound now. Anyway, hello again, Hyuki. This must be your friend. The producer peers past his notepad to size me up. He does him all that impressed. How dare he? A friend and the leader of my fan club.
Oh, well, pleased to meet you, Mr. Producer. My dreams to someday work in this league. I love gift play introductions or interviews. I hope you don't mind me watching. I'm so eager to learn more.
Always nice to see a young person interested in the business. Well, alright. I appreciate it. Are we doing polls first?
Don't call it that, it's B-roll, not poses. And the green skin in yes after that photo shoot and then a brief interview. It's glorified posing, and I'm good at it. Means though, aren't I good at posing?
Yeah, it's just like in the previews.
The producer wipes his hand down his face and beckons for Axel to follow. After just a few minutes of direction, lots of intense folded arms, looks, the producer steps over. Alright, let's call it here. Nice work, Kinky. You'd be surprised how hard it is to get a decent shot from some of the powder pros. The lady photographer gives her boss a final thumbs up before allowing Axel to step away from the camera.
That just leaves the interview, right?
Yep, but it's a trivial interview. They ask questions, but it's so we can give them a soundbite that they can cut into some of the promotional material.
Can I help?
The producer gives me a look that says I should lower my voice, but after a moment I'll consider. He shrugs. Would you like to see behind the camera? I can teach you our process. First, you white balance, then
I can hold the big microphone if you need me to.
a boom mic. We don't use one of these for this segment. I think it's best that you just sit and watch.
Okay.
The producer guides Axel to stand in front of yet another camera. I watch from just a few meters away with my legs crossed in my chair. If I can run over fears, who is going to take me down? I'll blow jungle stars to pieces. What are you, a siege tank? Pull it back out on delivery, one more time. It's strange boring to watch Axel say the same lines over and over again. When I see him on TV, he's so explosive and magical. Ah, well. What's wrong with Nutrigram? I've been working hard on the deals of potential sponsorship. But just then I hear someone shouting down one of the hallways. Even though I'm probably not supposed to, I sneak out my chair and peek behind the stage. Do you think I would approve of foreign multi-level marketing firm to replace CHB? I need help. I can't be expected to do this by myself. Correct. I'd never approve what you could possibly bring to me. Not with your connections. What? Why do this to me? I've done my best as a coach and for the KPGA. You're incompetent, Park. If you have my wisdom, you'll spend these final 2 months in a shame and silence. Ah, shoot, the coach just... Sorry. Oh shit, the coach just caught outside of me peeking at them. Rather than try to slip away or hide, I straighten up and step into the hallway fully.
Hey, sorry, I'm looking for the bathroom.
Fans are not allowed backstage.
I'm here with Axel. I'm sorry, I look somewhere else.
Go then. I escape the hallway and rush right back into my chair. I don't know how I thought of such a good excuse. All the time around Jet must have rubbed off on me. There was Coach Park, wasn't it? He looked like he was in trouble. I turned back to Axel, my instinct to ask for his opinion. The 7 kings may fall, but the AF1 kingdom lives on forever. Come on. These blisters are gonna kill me all week. Who knew a high-cap Dame zone was so tough? You're just out of shape. Come on, you don't hear Sung Kwan complaining. I glance over at the in-house PCs to find Jet in the corner by herself. Yet another team activity she chose to skip in a favor of practice. Yeah, that was more like a nature walk than a hike. What the hell is the difference? That you don't know says it all. Fierce collapsed on the couch and pulls off his dump socks. He wants one and successfully sinks it into the laundry hamper across the room. A few of my teammates laugh as he shoots the other. This time it weaves, of course, slightly and lands on the back of Jet's chair to the silent horror of all. Just to focus on the practice game to notice, I take the opportunity to sling by and correct Taiwan's shot. You're back? 1 second. Jet finishes out her game before spinning her chair to behold half of Shakti, one sweaty, partially undressed, disheveled, or some combination of the three. She rubs the dark circles under her eyes. Gee, I sure missed out. It was fun. You feel drawn out? Don't you enjoy the mountains? I have to take any chance I get to practice on my own. Fiercest matches tonight. He'll be down with you after the day. You should have come. That's all I'm saying. Next time, promise. She starts up another game without waiting for my response. I've never seen her so eager to get into a Z versus Z. Yeah, V, just are we gonna go out to eat before the final? I'm starving. Let's plan to go out after instead. I'm going to want to celebrate.
I feel a vibration in my pocket, explaining more amusing text from Sid. I reach for my phone only for it to vibrate a second time. Phone calls are rare, and the only person I've received one from is Mom. She's practicing behind me. I flip open the top and see what it is. And clench my phone when I see the word home.
Are you there, Shun-Kwan? Can you hear me?
Hi Mom, yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. How are you? Why do you never call?
Sorry, but just that I'm so busy.
Listen, your father and I are going to vacation next weekend. Come home and watch the house while we're gone, won't you?
Well, spending time away from the team house in the low. How many times have I told you that?
Yeah. And how long are games going to be the most important thing to you? Can't you just do this one thing? We can pay you.
Sorry, but can't. There is a long silence. Why would he need to go and watch over the house? Do you have pets? Because if you don't have pets, then there is no reason really. Anyway, a gentle sigh passes through my cell phone's grainy earpiece, but even after it, she has nothing to say. I got second in a big tournament in China, and I've been on TV a bunch recently. Don't you ever watch?
Darling, we tried to watch a year ago. It was a charming diversion, but it's also confusing and just not for us. You can play your games in the house if you come home, and I want to clean out your room, especially your closet. I won't turn it a guest bedroom, but I need to know what I can throw away.
Yeah, I have a qualifier next weekend when I don't have anything to practice for. Maybe I could. She cuts me off with an impatient growl, a sound I've heard countless times since I was a child.
You absolutely must talk with Sun-Kwan. Call your father and tell him yourself that you won't be coming home because I'm not too good.
Look, I need to go.
Sun-Kwan!
I clasp my cell phone shut. I want to throw it against the ground so I don't have to think about the inevitable follow-up call. Instead, I settle for powering it off for the next few days. Everything okay? I turn to see Fierce watching me. Some of the guys come out here for smoke breaks together, but Taiwan is alone. Yeah, fine. Just called from parents. So you leave only, so I wondered. I know how that goes. Not sure enough. I saw you with your mom in the crowd at Team Week. Our relationship wasn't always like that. It almost never is for programmers. She was at my throat all the time for skating by the school. Things got a little better when I could pay my own rent, but my mom was never happy about StarCraft until she came to watch in person. It was that I won or that it made me look like a celebrity. She told me it was because I seemed so happy. Anyway, I hope your parents change your mind, but that isn't why I came out here. What's wrong? Everything's set for the final tonight. No, not that. I can't wait to get my hands on Shink actually. I'm thinking about the roster for next season's team league, and it's coming down to some tough choices. I want to hear your opinion on something. Jet is a great player and is only getting better. I was really impressed by her performance in 2 vs 2, even if some of the guys thought it was all year. But between Huang's final season and her inflexible play, it's hard for me to consider her. Fierce isn't going to play Jet, even after she nailed a single chance she was given. Alright, you bastard, you. I'm gonna get you to fucking... You will get her into the rooster, you bastard. Sniper. What the fuck, players? Okay, maybe this one. What the fuck is cheese? Maybe this one? Standard. Okay, no, I saved. Yeah, let's go. Jet is the most Jet is the most competent person I know. As long as she's on Shock T1, it's interesting to nurture her natural instinct for this game. Leaving her the silence will hurt her growth. It's not enough for her to want it. We'd all be lottery winners if that was the case. You choose her as your practice partner. You can't tell me she's an average talent.
Jet is capable of great things if she works hard, just like you and me. But we're not king makers, Sun. A strong competitor does not plow through to their goals unopposed. They take hits, cope with setbacks, and they bounce back. You're right, Jet's competitive. That means she should be able to handle not getting what she wants right away.
Oh, you fucking bastard. You will give her the chance, you bastard. She will be playing cheese, okay, because she plays. What about playing her in a more aggressive role?
If not, it's not her strong suit, nor is it particularly strong in the meta.
Fuck.
Look, I want the same thing that you do. All she needs is practice time. I can already see she's got the drive to make it happen. But she just isn't ready. I'm not going to play her until I'm certain she is.
She and I are nearly identical in skill, even from my perspective, doesn't fair.
Your win against Luck proved that you were ready. If I didn't see you working hard improved, and if your side didn't nicely suit our snipe needs, then I wouldn't play.
I really don't have much to argue with there. Fierce's line of thinking makes it that much harder for me to in particular to argue on Jet's behalf. God damn it! I will not give up, you bastard! I have 2 more options. Standard. Boom. Her standard play is strong,
but not the greatest of the Zergs we have. If Jet wants that type of role on the team, she'll have to earn it with her performance.
Barring something spectacular, it will be at least a season or 2 before she'll get the chance to. Give her games with less on the line, then Team League should be placed for players to break out.
Young, unproven players. Just been in the league before, how can I justify playing her for exposure when others need it more? She might get the chance to play eventually, but not right away.
God damn it, man! You're getting on my nerves! Do I need to kick your ass? Sniper. What if you run her as a sniper?
That's how I want to run her, just not immediately. Jet has single-minded focus. That's useful for every pro gamer, but especially for one that only has to counter one player on the map. But this sniper role isn't ideal as a long-term position. It distracts from vital 1v1 league practice time.
I'm aware I'm sniping for you after all, and I'm not saying you should play her over me.
Even if you were, I wouldn't.
That's everything that I could possibly have an impact on him. I can imagine it's been enough. She's focused on the 1v1 league right now, but this won't be something Chaeyoung wants to hear. I'll talk to her.
Thanks, appreciate it, Sun. Coming to watch tonight.
Of course. It's not coming given an option.
I wouldn't mind too much. It's Coach Kang who'd have to steer clear of. See ya, Cox.
Fierce puts a hand on my shoulder and takes off. And I guess we are ending the episode here. Anywho, for now, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you tomorrow in the next one. Bye bye.